Welcome to Ho Chi Minh, or another name of this city is Saigon, one of the biggest Vietnamese cities. Let's start from District 1. It has the most of the attractions in Ho Chi Minh. One of the things I've noticed that Vietnam is very green. Different types of trees and flowers everywhere. And of course, the first thing I went to was a pagoda, which is one of the Chinese temples in Ho Chi Minh. It had beautiful statues of Guan Yin, which is a goddess mother in China, and big statues of Buddha. Saigon's Notre Dame was under the renovation and we didn't go inside. It was rainy days, so we had lots of fun playing outside of it. One of my favorite things to do is to jump in a puddle. Right next to the Notre Dame you can see the central post office. There are many shops inside. There you can buy local souvenirs. Prices are not too bad and better than the market. You can go inside one of the telephone booths. Post office is one of the French buildings, and the architecture is very beautiful, and you can send a postcard to one of your loved ones. Just a few minutes in the post office and waited for the rain to finish and went off to the busy streets of Saigon. And here is a Bintexco building and a sky deck where you can go and see all around the city. We didn't go because we prefer to eat and have some coffee. Of course, have a chance to try the traditional Vietnamese hat. After a short walk, we went to Bưu Vien Street to have dinner, and after that we went to a rooftop bar, and you can see all around the city. You can see the busy street and have a drink and enjoy the view. The drinks were a little bit too pricey, and I had a tea for almost 100,000 dong. Saigon is really beautiful daytime or nighttime. Here is our little workaway company. Hi guys, if you see this video. And here is Bưu Vien Street at night. People have dinner right on the street, and every restaurant turns into a nightclub. Second day in the city, we went to botanical gardens and Saigon Zoo. It was a little green paradise in the busy city of Saigon. I would really recommend to go there if you want to find a little paradise of green and water in the middle of the city. They have a great variety of animals, and I think conditions for the animals are not too bad. They looked fairly happy and free. Here is one of my favorite, the dreadlock orangutan. He was so funny. And of course the elephants, and for some reason elephants were dancing all the time. Weird. Now we've seen so many crocodiles. Our next adventure was to find a water bus and take a river cruise and see the sunset. Here is how water bus looks like, and it was only 15,000 dong. The bus wasn't too crowded, it's easy to find a seat, and you can enjoy the most beautiful view from the both sides of the river. We boarded District 1 and went up to the north. Boarded at about 5:30 and we saw a sunset during our trip. We got off the boat at the last stop. It was already dark. A second weekend I spent in Chinatown, exploring its markets and temples. Markets are huge in Asia and you can find all different sorts and types of food. So it was a great variety of clothing and accessories and household items. For some reason we were not able to bargain. They just give you like a little bit of a discount but not too much. And of course it's nice to try some of their local street foods. That lady was making pancakes and they looked so delicious. We found 3 temples and all of them were in one street. First temple we tried to enter was already closed for the night because it was already after 4, and the other 2 were open. All temples had beautiful Chinese carvings on the walls and the rooftop. You can give a donation, you can buy an incense stick, so donate some money. In all temples you can buy an incense stick and pray for your family and friends. This one had one of the biggest incense sticks I've ever seen in my life. Also use the spiral sticks. During my stay in Saigon, I was living in Bulldog district and I was volunteering at the English school. Bulldog is located about 40 minutes to an hour from District 1 and it's close to the airport. Mostly we were taking Grab up to get around the city. I could see the airplanes passing by all the time. And everything I would like to recommend to explore is tons of coffee shops and different restaurants. They make them so cute and decorate them so well, and there is not really too many people around, as you can see. The coffee lovers, try Vietnamese coffee. I've heard it's really good. This one was a restaurant, the most beautiful restaurant I've probably ever seen in my life. It had a waterfall, some beautiful ponds with fishes, it had a tree house, and the prices were not that expensive. Maybe because we were there in the off season, it wasn't too busy yet. And I think we also have a hotel and rooms to stay there. Of course, if you want to pamper yourself, but go to a massage or spa.